everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. It is a wonderful, partly sunny Wednesday here in Queens, New York City. I hope it's warm wherever you are, or cold if that's how you like it. Another great song for you today. But first, we're going to say hi, hello to all of our friends and family on Facebook. How you doing? Good to know that you're there, and hopefully you're enjoying your life and day as well. And now for the fun part, we're going to say hello to everybody here with us in the Zoom. After a good deep breath. Oh, that felt really good. And we're going to say hello to Anna and hello to Hubert Jenkins. How you doing? And how you doing to Becky and BC and Brian and what's going on? Carolyn, 752 days in Boise. What's up, Dan in Vienna? And how you doing? Annette in Delhi and Ann in Maryland. Arlene, you made it from Berkeley, California, and Tim's iPad's here. And what's up, Jenny in Suffolk and Sherry in New Hampshire? What's up, Susan and Susan G and Sheila in Florida? Hoda in BC, how you doing? Dennis D, what's the good news? Mabel and Bears, what's going on? Kate going to see hubby tomorrow. Huzzah, hazoo. What's up, Storm? Just Storm. Hey, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. What's up, Susan in Seattle? Sarah in Texas. You made it. Good to see you. Bonnie in Boise. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Phil and Paul Lead. How you doing? Thought you'd be too hungover after your birthday to even hang out, but you made it. What's up, Ralph and Victoria and Cricket? What's going on, Barb and Berea? Curly Top staying curly as always. What's up, Bonnie? Luda, hello. What's going on, Ruth in Birmingham and Kathy and Virginia, and what's up, Jaden in Silver Spring? What's up, Jamie? And what's going on, Busy? Jane in Texas, how you doing? Nancy, Rosalie, how's it feeling? Carol J, hey, good to see you. Hey, Karen, and hey, Harriet, and hey, Kevin, and hey, C, and move that out of the way. What's up, Deborah, and what's going on, Isabel and Browen? Let's keep it moving. I forgot Ann in Knoxville, of course, and Loriana and them over there, and what's going on, Lynn, and what's going on, Kate, who's a wandering, and Mary, and Bob, and of course, Shelly. How's everybody feeling? Good to see you. Glad you made it. We have a good song today. Let's jump into it, and I will throw it over to Annie and friends. Take it away.
Hi, everybody. Hey. So good to see all of you. I've got my partner of many, many years, Peter
39.
Blood. Yeah, 39 and counting, Peter Blood. There he is. And then my bestie and wonderful singer, Claire Brandenburg Taylor, who's just visiting. And I'm like, oh my God, get in here, sing this. I'm like, let's do this together. So I know a lot of you know us because Peter and I made Rise of Singing and the sequel Rise Again. And so we're song collectors, and I'm a performer. I sing in a lot of bands, and yeah, happy to be here again and love this community. So we're going to sing I Am a Dolphin by the fabulous Jay Mankita. And Jay is a buddy of ours and a neighbor. He lives right here in Amherst. We live in Western Massachusetts. And but we lived in Philly for a long time, so shout out to Philly people. Any rate, we're going to teach you this song a little bit. I'm going to sing you the verse, and Claire's going to show you. You can join in on any part of this that you want, as you're muted, of course. But if I go, I am a dolphin, it's fine to sing on that part, but you can always go on, rolling in the sea. And then the next line, my passion is to live I must be free. And then it goes back to, I am traveling, rolling in the sea. I am bound for home in the Bay of Waikiki. So that's the verse. It goes all together. I am a dolphin, rolling in the sea. My passion is to live, and to live I must be free. I am traveling, rolling in the sea. I am bound for home in the Bay of Waikiki. So there's the verse. So the thing about this song, which is so great, is it really is taking us on a journey with this dolphin who's telling us their experience. And so when we get to the chorus, what I love about it is it keeps going back and asking us, will the dolphin ever make it home? And the chorus goes like this. Hang on a minute. I'm going to just move this window out of the way a little bit. Chorus goes, will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. All right, so we're going to sing this song, and Peter's going to join in on fiddle for part of it. Claire's going to add her harmonies, and you all are going to join in at home, and let's do this. Go on this journey with this fabulous dolphin. I am a dolphin rolling in the sea. My passion is to live, and to live I must be free. I am a traveling, rolling in the sea. I am bound for home in the Bay of Waikiki. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. I swam with the tuna, rolling in the sea. When they came for the tuna, they also came for me. They cast their nets o'er the side, rolling in the sea. They missed me by a yard, but they caught my family. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. I saw a mighty tanker rolling in the sea. That ship had sprung a leak that was spreading rapidly. I swam around the oil slick, rolling in the sea. I swam the other way just as fast as I could flee. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. I smelled a stinking garbage barge rolling in the sea. It carried all the poisons from a poisonous industry. The poison and the garbage were rolling in the sea. They dumped it o'er the side where it almost strangled me. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. I saw a brutal whaling ship rolling in the sea. They shot another whale who was dying helplessly. In a rage I breached above the waves rolling in the sea. I dove beneath the waves just before they shot at me. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. At last I saw my friendly bay rolling in the sea. My spirits were restored, but it still occurred to me that I am a dolphin rolling in the sea. My passion is to live, and to live I must be free. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean. How did I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue, briny ocean.
Oh, that was great.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Tell us again, when was this written, and tell us more about the roots of this song.
Yeah, I think while these guys, maybe they'll pull up a chair behind me and get closer, Claire. This was written in 1994
Yeah.
by Jay Mankita. And Jay he's an incredible songwriter. And he's written some really amazing songs and some really funny songs. This one is just so sad and so important to feel the pain of the dolphin's journey, you know. And think about it, 1994, that was a long time ago. And
I don't
where
like
are
to
we
think about
now?
how long ago 1994 is.
Yeah, where are we now? Like things are like worse, you know.
It's always sad when you have those songs where it's like, this song is still relevant. I mean, I play lots of old music from before World War II, and it's like, how is this song still necessary or relevant?
Yeah, yeah,
But it's important to sing something like this and think about it. You know, I was watching PBS NewsHour this morning about all the fires going on in the Southwest, and this is just directly connected to climate change and so on. But it's
yeah,
good to meditate on that stuff.
yeah. Climate change is such a unbelievably real thing. Peter, did you want to say anything about this song? Like the first time you remember hearing it? I mean, we were living in Philadelphia when we first heard it. We knew Jay kind of because of the People's Music Network.
You know, Jay, some of his songs have been recorded by Magpie. Magpie has put out a ton of albums. I don't know if they've ever been on your Antidote, but they certainly should come on. And they put out 3 albums in 1990, 1992, and 1994 called Living Planet, which is named for another one of Jay's songs. And then a song about a children's album. I forget what the title of that is. And then the third one is called Seed on the Prairie. And all those albums are really great collections of environmental songs. And I actually think the environmental movement has not been blessed with as rich songs as some things like the civil rights movement and the union movement and stuff like that were blessed with. So we got to find the really great ones out there and really lift them up and write more of them. And people are writing some terrific ones today.
Yeah, send them to us. You know, one of the things that Peter has been doing started during the pandemic, and this idea that you have a daily antidote, right, of song, right? Well, he's been doing Daily Song of Hope. And it's basically people can go on our website and sign up for it, and you'll get, you know, an email, not every day, a couple days a week, with some great videos of songs that, that speak to some of the things we're passionate about, like climate witness, racial justice, and just healing the world.
You know, I think that children are actually leading this movement around the world.
And young people too.
Children, well, I'm saying broadly, younger people are leading the movement because they realize that this is going to affect the world that they have going forward. And we just sent out at the Daily Song of Hope on Sunday one called L'Evor d'Avor, which is written by a wonderful she's from New York, like you, Hubby, actually, Rena Branson. I don't know if you know her, but this is a song about learning from the elders and listening to the leadership of the children. And it's a great song that she wrote for environmental stuff. And I've been actually working on reviewing a book, going through a new edition of a book called Sing Together, about singing with children in schools and camps. And one of the things that she lifts up a lot of issues that come up with your leading singing with children. And one of them is to make sure the song is appropriate for a particular age group. And this particular song, because there is a dying whale in it and a couple other very, very painful images, might not work for really young kids, but it certainly will work with older kids and with adults and young adults. Because you've got to feel the pain of that dolphin swimming and seeing his family and friends around him being killed by environmental damage and by direct killing.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing about these kinds of songs is when we're engaging, even with our kids, it's all about having a relationship and a conversation and finding a way to move towards, well, what can we do? And children are the one they're like they're going to say what they see, well, what are we doing about it, and I think, listening to young voices and young adult voices is really important.
Yeah.
Gotta
I also
listen.
find that it's always funny, like what a children's song has changed a lot as well. You know, like when I listen to old time children's albums, there are songs about like knights cutting off people's heads and
Yeah, I know, right?
and stuff like that. And then you get to my generation was Puff the Magic Dragon and stuff like that. So it's just like, wow, that's a big shift in things. I was even listening, you know,
It's just about drugs.
and so it's always finding like what kids can handle will always surprises me, or what kids can digest will always surprise me, and the other part of like playing for kids has also been the toughest gigs I've ever done in my life, because they don't know about like politely applauding or anything like that. If they don't like it, they let you know immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I used
that
to
could be
teach
very rough.
music to young people. I taught 3rd through 5th grade, and I loved working with 3rd graders because they're like sponges and they just love rhythm and love, 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 love. And then for my experience working with the 5th graders, they just knew more than me, and they just kicked my butt, you know. But the joy that we get to bring when we're seasoned folks who've had a lot of seasons of doing this, we get to bring that listening, you know, and the joy and the hope, because young people are really, they're seeing it, and the rest of us have these patterns of not looking, you know. I'm going to say a lot of white folks, but you know what I mean. A lot of us have patterns, like core root patterns that need to get flushed out so we can really address feeling, because we were taught not to feel like anything from like below our heads. Otherwise, why would we be harming my brothers and sisters and family? Like, yeah. So you got to start feeling it. And what better way to do that but with song?
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
mean, this
and I
is
also think about that like on a national level, like as a country, you know, I grew up eating so much tuna. I mean, I just ate tuna all the freaking time and didn't think about dolphins being caught. I didn't know that was a thing until maybe adulthood or something like that. You know, it's like, that's also the other part of it. You know, I had a friend yesterday make a joke about, what was it? Like, I need to get a new iPhone. Is this making a lot of garbage? Like, yeah, you get a new iPhone every year. Of course it's making a lot of garbage somewhere. Like, oh,
Right.
what can you do? You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's also like a national thing. That's just, you know, our style of capitalism that like teaches us to not care and not think about what's, you know, we put our garbage under someone else's rug or exploit someone you don't know or whatever it is. And so we don't think about it in that way.
Man, I there's a song there,
I was
hubby.
just gonna say, there's a
What's the song?
there.
Putting the garbage under somebody else's rug.
You can have it. That's all. You can have it.
Get together.
It's just the image is like, yeah, you walk in someone's house and you kind of, you know, where it's under the rug. You're gonna feel it, but yeah. Oh, so much of that. Oh my God. Ugh.
You know, what you said, hubby, about songs from the past and kind of reclaiming them and stuff. I think one of the great things about songs is songs that kind of had a meaning in one era sometimes get picked up in another era. Like, you know, songs that were originally African-American spirituals or gospel songs got turned into union songs that people were singing, you know, in the steel plants and in the car plants in Detroit when everybody was doing sit-in strikes in the 30s. And then they became, sometimes changed a little more. They became a civil rights song, maybe became an environmental song or a peace song. And these songs, if they're really good songs and they have simple melodies, or maybe they're echo songs or zipper songs, they can kind of get new life that's lifted up. And of course, you need new songs too. And there are a lot of great people writing completely fresh songs. But it's great the way sometimes a song will be rediscovered and repurposed for a new movement and a new issue.
I gotta say, I love the chat going on and really appreciating people's comments. And I know our buddy Storm put in a link for People's Music Network in there. And you know, I was thinking about how it's great to sing together, but and we can have these conversations around the song too, or ask the questions, and then the singing kind of gets it into your brain, and you're thinking later, oh yeah, I need to think about that. Like, oh yeah. Like the songs that work the best for me are ones that have a simple chorus or a you know, that don't go off on too many refrains and bridges, so that there's always a piece that everybody can sing together that echoed through it. And I think a lot of people love to do story songs that have like a whole sort of ballady story to it, but to get people's brains engaged, sometimes finding those songs that have like the like, will I ever make it home, home, home? I mean, Jay's the master at this, and rolling in the sea gets repeated too. It's like, yeah, we want to be able to roll in the sea, and we want the dolphin to make it home. And then the question is, okay, how did they make it home? So those kinds of things, I think, are what Peter and I look for. And I know Claire does a lot of stuff with music, and yeah, she's nodding her head. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think you brought up the good point of the two things that music, like this can do. It makes us think, it makes us have conversations, and it like galvanizes. And, when you sing that home, 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 even though we're all mudded, but like we can sing it, we know we're singing it together and feeling that kind of connection. And I remember there were a couple of protests and marches I went on, during 2020 and 2021, where like halfway through it'd be like, I don't think I can, I'm too tired, I can't go another step. And then someone would start a song, or, and sometimes it'd be political, sometimes it'd just be James Brown just blasting out of a speaker. It's just like, yes, and everyone dancing and singing it.
Yeah.
Just that
Right?
group singing, like, okay, I can make it another 2 miles, on that. So,
Yeah. Just
yes, the power
just
of
singing
music.
the same line over and over again. We who believe in freedom cannot rest. We who believe in freedom cannot rest until it comes. I saw a video of folks in an airport. That's all they were doing. It's singing that.
Protests
in-
around turning away immigrants at the border.
Yeah, it just in repeat. Yes.
We wanted to tell people that one of the things I think a lot of people are feeling hopeless about the climate and about the future of the earth. The other thing people are giving up on a lot is that they're afraid that the political process is going to be completely stolen, and kind of with eliminating people's ability to vote and stuff like that. And so we're going to be doing something pretty soon to try and turn that around, called Sing Out the Vote Tour. And Annie's doing it with Emma's Revolution, Pat Humphreys and Sandy O. And they're going to be taking a couple weekends in June and going up and down the East Coast, basically using concerts to get people to cut through that hopelessness and saying, oh, they're just going to win everything. There's no point in even trying, and get people to raise some money for helping grassroots groups to get out and vote.
Yeah. So thank you for putting the link in there. Shout out to Anna. Thank you for doing all the links. And boy, this has been so great. I love the community here, and really value all of you for coming together.
And yeah, and of course, I'm sure everyone values you too. They're probably throwing it up in the chat as we're talking. But why don't we sing our song, our dolphin song again? I don't want to call it our dolphin song. Our galvanizing, coming together, we're gonna change the world song, and take it away.
All right. Why don't we do we'll do the last, go out on the last verse and chorus. How about? All right. At last I saw my friendly bay. Oh, man. At last I saw my friendly bay rolling in the sea. My spirits were restored, but it still occurred to me that I am a dolphin rolling in the sea. My passion is to live, and to live I must be free. Will I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue shiny ocean. How would I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue briny. Oh, let's do it again. How did I ever make it home, home, home? Jumping in the foam, swimming in the blue briny ocean. Oh, yes. Thank you all. Woo, thank you, hubby.
Thank you to all three of you. So good to hear you and see you and appreciate you. And yeah, having a great conversation.
Back at you.
Hubby, you're muted.
Okay, here we go. Thanks again. We're gonna say our goodbyes, and we'll start by. Oh, but before we say goodbye, we have to remember that today, with our song, we are going to meditate on, think about our environment, and think about our brothers and sisters and otherwise who live in the oceans and fly in the air and scamper up mountains and do things to trees and et cetera, and know that we always have the music and stuff to bring us together, to start conversations and to bring about change. Thank you for laying that on us today. We'll say goodbye to our friends and family on Facebook Live. Adios, sayonara, good to see you.